Okay, so everybody tuning into this live. Hey, I'm going to be your host of this live today, Flex618, aka Corey. You guys probably know me as Corey Dickerson. Today, this live is going to be unique. So if you're lucky enough to see this, then you're one of the lucky ones, because this isn't the typical live where I'm going to share it to the normal sources of where everybody will be able to see this live. I'm actually doing this just solely for the website that I'm about to launch. Okay, so right now I've created a business that helps out entrepreneurs and business owners, privately owned business owners at that. I see a lot of things to be in common when I look at the local businesses around in my area and some other places. Some of the things that you guys could have done better, because it doesn't matter how much education that someone has right now. If you don't understand how social media works, or you're not strong on the technical side, you could have degrees in mechanics and all of that, and you can try to go out here and promote your business and fail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a business where I can consolidate this information, get you put on a system, and be able to help you and your business grow, and we can get your business, get some awareness out there about your business. So this is really made for either the people that have already started a business, already have a business established, and want to get some more want some more customers through the door, or you just may be on the verge of thinking about going out here on a limb and becoming an entrepreneur and starting your own business, being a freelancer, whatever it may be, just becoming more independent. So before we go into the specs, we can go a little bit into my story so you can kind of go off a set example. Okay, so it was typical. I graduated high school, I went to college, went to the Army part-time, and as far as my work history goes, I was always climbing a ladder. Like, I never really stayed at one spot too long. I was always going for the next big thing until I started getting into these management positions and working at these companies that was working for a client. So they were contracted to do work for a client in different call centers. And when you get all of these bosses in between you and the employee, you see a lot, and then once you become one of those bosses and see what really happens with those employees and how they're handled and managed, it's we're pretty much where the employee is just a number. They don't really have a personal relationship with that employee. They're going based off reports. If you get wrote up, that's a report that, oh yeah, he's got wrote up before, we can go and get rid of him. Or they don't really, the worker isn't the priority. The work is, and that's understandable with you being a business, but there are some priorities that need to be set for the employees that you have. So it was a situation where my child got really sick and I missed a lot of work. Was in a hospital for a while and he was on medical watch. I missed a lot of work, and then my son got robbed. It was like one thing happened and another one. Like, son got robbed by gunpoint, and they robbed him for his shoes. And then after that, I got sick. I just kept missing work. It was things that was outside of my control, and everybody knows, because especially once my son got robbed, that was on the news. So everybody knows the situation, but I'm not there at that job to perform. And ultimately, you got to understand this: if you're working for somebody, you are expendable. Okay, so I arrived at work. After some time, I started going back to work. I arrived there, and one particular day I come in there looking at me crazy, and next thing I know, I'm getting called to the office, and then the company that staffed me there came up there just to fire me, because I just found out that they fired me through email. No one wanted to call, no one wanted to tell me. And then they was like, well, we'll have another position ready for you. Like, there'll be another contract, another site that we can send you to. But see, out of all those personal relationships even I gained there, we're going to just start revealing names. It was Ultimate Staffing with real-time results, and pretty much that's what happened. They fired me. They fired me, and they had someone to come up there and do it. Like, no one wanted to face it, and nobody wanted to say anything to me because they knew that the situation was genuine. So at that point in time, I really just started looking back at the past, and like all of the things that led me here. I'm like, why am I depending off this job? Why am I depending off these people? Because I mean, like I'm doing that. I'm giving them too much power. And I was like, after that, I just can't go back. I can't go back. I can't deal with no more fake people. I can't do it. So what I ended up doing is I started becoming an entrepreneur, trying to do things on my own. So I know that my kids are my priority. That job was not priority for me. My family is my priority. So if I couldn't be there, and when you guys needed me to be there, well, I don't feel that should have ultimately got me fired because of what was really going on. But at the end of the day, you're expendable. So if you go to work and let's say, for instance, you get an accident or you hurt yourself, they try to put all of these nice things in play where, your job will still be secure for you when you come back. But in actuality, they've already replaced you. If you were to die today, unfortunately, if you were to die today, it's going to be, there are going to be some condolences. You will be missed. And they're going to have an application. They're going to have I'm hiring online to get ready to replace you. You can guarantee it because that's just how I go on. The show must go on. So if you're going to work in business and be an entrepreneur and do this as a individual and do this on your own, this is key in order to stop yourself from running into so many problems. This jobs function is there to make sure that you don't make those rookie mistakes. That you can get that clientele and you will be able to support yourself off of your income, off of residual income, off of capital income, whatever income that your job or your ideal of business is going to generate for you. So let's go into some of these mistakes. Okay, so right now, as you can see, I grew this page over the course of that time, like over a few months of actually putting the work in. Okay, of actually putting the work in here, and I easily was able to gain over 10,000. And I see a lot of people are stagnant with followers. Okay, so this is what happens inside of the business, what the business model goes, as far as what you see on YouTube, what you see on Facebook, what you see on television, what you hear on the radio. These are advertisements that are paid, and they own this market share. So a lot of these people, a lot of these companies are partnering in order to be the majority of the market share and be able to control that market and have that space in order to push their products across. So right now, with the pandemic going on, it's going to make the actual market share more open for individuals, for more open for independent people just like yourself, entrepreneurs, to get out here and be able to compete with these monsters, with these giants, with these giant companies. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to give the blueprint. Okay, there's things that you got to do in order to make that happen. And right now, the technology is there to do this. The technology is here where we will be able to compete, because right now it's up to the consumer. We used to watch TV back in the early 90s and in the 90s and in the early 2000s, where we just watched cable. People focused on cable. There was no YouTube. There was no Roku. Once they put their commercial on there, everybody saw it. It was easy. They want to go back to that, but it's not coming to that, because now we select what we want to see. If we like HBO and we only watch this show, well, guess what? We're going to get the HBO app. If we like Netflix and everything that's on Netflix, we get the Netflix app. And there's no promotions on there. There's no commercials on there. So they're losing that advertising space, and they got to find new ways in order to do it. And while they're trying to find out new ways, guess what you can do? You can come to me, and we can do the same thing together, and we can find out a way to market and have something that will actually fit your particular needs. Okay, so right here I have stats, pretty much showing that I've made over, just in one quarter I did over 3 million minutes viewed. You know, as far as minute views, completely minute views is over 500,000, where people watch more than that 3 minutes. And as you can see right here in this little area, it's got organic versus paid. It was 100% organic. I did it without paying any advertisement. It's just that I understand the flow of what's going on the internet and how to do it. And like I said, every particular situation is different. So a lot of this I learned off of experience in my job fields. Like when I worked with T-Mobile Corporate, you know, I went from business to business sales, and I actually had to get the business tax ID and start understanding like how business credit works. And that gave me the experience to go out here and talk to you guys now, to talk to these private owners, because they didn't know me from a can of paint. And I'll walk in there and I'll set them up with about 10 lines, no deposit, you know, and I had to get personal information in order to do that, you know, and that's a skill I have. And I enjoyed that work, helping those people save money, because I hate to see money wasted, you know. But this one, it's this type of work that I'm going to do now doesn't require me to get your tax ID. It requires no personal information. All I got to do is get down to the site of your business, and you got to tell me what's your mission. You got to tell me what you're trying to do exactly and what you are trying to accomplish. Okay, and I can put it together for you. I can show you how you need to be running your advertisements online, how you can have them all linked in, how you can see all the analytical data that you need to see. And the best part about it is you're going to be able to see your growth. If you do not have a presence online at this time right now, if you do not have a presence online and you are a business, well, that's good that the people in the community are coming by, but you're hurting yourself in the long run. Because no matter how people want to avoid having to get to the technical side, this is what it's come to. And what we have going on in the world right now with this pandemic, it's key to be able to complete this type of stuff digitally, you know, to be able to keep it contactless, you know, and keeping yourself safe. So the first person that really prevails through this is going to be the one that actually, you know, survived during this time frame. So my job right now is I'm going to help you get there. Okay, so I'm just creating a website where you guys will be able to contact me. If you're in the local area, I will come down there. I will come to you. I would do all of your camera work. Okay, I will help you create your content. So while we have this open, I'm going to pause this music in the background. Okay, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I have. Okay, so as you see right now, I could have made a video about this, but I'd rather do this live. We can interact. So let me see. Go on to Facebook, and we can go back to some of these previous streams here. They're having trouble playing this video. I believe it is because of, there we go, the zone level. So let's fix that. Refresh that. Okay, so now as you see right now, I'm live. I'm live here. My post engagements haven't been that much because I haven't been on here, because I've been so busy trying to get this taken care of. But I use this kind of content where I actually talk to the people that are following me. Like, the difference between what I do and what most companies do when they're doing marketing, you're paying for commercial space, right? You're putting your advertisement across, and you're going to shove it down their throat and hope that someone's listening, or they're getting programmed, they're getting used to hearing it over and over again. Now they know who you are. They're branding you. But in my case here, my ideal of marketing is something much different. Okay, the people that come to my page, the people that actually come to my page, the people that I've gained over my followers, I've actually talked to a majority of all of them, you know, and I didn't have to shove the content down their throat. I was just able to find the people that were similarly interested in the things that I was doing. So that way you build more of a relationship with that person, with that customer, you know. So like a lot of this is just like a lot of this is content creation. Like you have to be ready to create the content. So like I'll take this video right here for instance. And I'm gonna mute the audio out because I don't want, you know. So like this is green screen work right here. Okay, so this is when I just exercising the possibility. So the same, I'm using the same technology that I have right now that I did with dealing with music, and I'm going to incorporate that into the content creation. So if you want a video put together based off of advertisement for your products, we can make that happen. I audio engineer, I video edit, anything that you can put your mind to. I just placed myself here in a mansion next to a lion. Okay, just that easy. Okay, so now that we have that, I have that showing. There's some. I'm going to actually show you. Want to actually find you an advertisement that we did for Bath and Body Works. Give me a moment. Pretty sure that it is in here. Okay, this is it right here.
Fatality.
Hi, my name is Cakes, and I'm here to talk to you about Bath and Body Works. They're very moisturizing, and they lather very well. This is the shower gel we have today in the scent Strawberry Pound Cake, as you can see. And when I think of Strawberry Pound Cake, I think of a night alone with my husband, a wonderful night. Because you smell so good, you might want to get eaten.
All right, now it might not look like much, but as of right now, you can take that, you can take advertisement just like that, okay? And then there is a Facebook Business Manager, okay? Now this is just one of the many tools that could be done, but this is Facebook Business Manager right here, okay? And you could go and you can create your ad in here, okay? You could actually go here and create your ads and have them all stacked up in here, and they're going to be running through Facebook, and you can have them set to be running through Facebook and Instagram. Now, I know most of you probably already know this. A lot of you probably already know this, and could think that you could, you know, and think that you could probably that you can put those ads out yourself. And then I'm going to tell you the truth. Yes, you can. You can do it yourself. However, you can do it yourself. I can do it, and I can get results. Okay, I'm not going to say that you're not going to get any results at all. It's just that I have a certain amount of I have certain skills that I know for sure that is going to be able to get you where you're going to need where you want to be. So I got to take you there. We're looking for it now, so I think it's right here. Okay, so audience insights. See, this is the analytical data that they provide us. Everything that is going on Facebook, it kind of reflects onto other platforms. I found out what your specific needs are, and we find out your target audience. I find your target audience on here, and I find you a way to get organic traffic first. And then when you pay for that traffic, when you pay for the traffic to be extended on a target audience to hit a broader range of people, this is where the success comes in. Okay. But however, it's just not as simple as using the same marketing or using the same content and putting that on here and then even taking my formula that I put out for you and one time and think that that's going to work. No, this fluctuates. This changes daily. It could change daily. It could change monthly. You within a certain amount of time, with I'll say at least about a month, the same techniques that you use for one campaign isn't going to work. So we got to be able to put together multiple campaigns. So when I put this together for you, and I come into your establishment, I do this 2 times a month. I come there bi-weekly. I see what content you have, whatever promotions, whatever products you're trying to sell, and then we put together the advertisements each week. Bi-weekly. Let those ads run for 2 weeks, and then we run another set. Okay, and we do this for all of the platforms. Okay, the ad itself, in order to accomplish, if you're trying to handle some things locally, it's not going to cost you that much. We're probably talking about as far as in the advertisement range. If you can put $500 in, that's great. But most of the times it doesn't even really take that much. You just got to have someone that knows what they're doing. You got to have someone with that experience, with that knowledge, that'll be able to get you those numbers. And when I tell you that I did millions in reach without putting a single advertisement or a sponsored post on Facebook, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to start this business, and our economy is hurting right now. That's no doubt. There's no doubt in that. Our economy is hurting, and we need things like this in order to be able to survive these times. Also, I would like to see more people be able to come and do the same thing that I did and step outside of their comfort zone, be ready to face whatever comes near you, because you may not be the worker. You may be the person that wants to be the business owner, to be more independent. Now, I'm not knocking people that work a normal 9 to 5, because this isn't for everyone. However, if you are looking to elevate and do this on your own, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. If you have been impacted by this pandemic and you're trying to find your way out of that hole, and you're trying to find your way out of here, I'm your way back. I'm going to help you, and I'm not going to charge you out of the wazoo. As far as prices goes, it's really based off of the time that I put in. Okay, but a basic package. Just in order for me to manage your social media and do this heavy lifting for you and getting the content, if I got to come out to site, I'm thinking about $250 a month. $250 a month for the basics. I'll set you up a system. We'll go and check the analytics. I'll check the analytics bi-weekly for you, and then I will make sure that you are getting the traffic that you want to get. I will make sure that you're hitting those milestones that you are trying to get, and also show you the way how to self-serve yourself to manage if you need to change some things on the fly, or if you want to add another advertisement in between that 2 weeks, you can just call me and we can set up the support. I could even do it remote, so I don't even really have to come to I only have to come to your location in order to get the content and use my camera equipment to get you the best quality on your images, to get the best quality on your videos. And then I'll take that back and edit it. That's what I'll be ready to come down there for 2 weeks, bi-weekly, in order to help you do that. But other than that, you'll be looking up for Sick Vision Entertainment. Okay, it's a company, like I said, based off of entertainment. We use the things that people are entertained by in order to market your products directly. However, the advertisements is something that we could just set up and do. As far as the things that I have going on with entertainment, with streaming, and being able to link you into that's just something. Those are going to be extra features that are going to come later on down the line. As of right now, though, we need to start establishing, we need to start establishing the market. We need to start establishing ourselves and causing brand awareness. So People know who your business is. People know who you are. You got to get out in front of this. This is a very interactive time. I know a lot of people just want to sit back. You know, I've seen these, like I said, when I seen these bosses, when you got a whole bunch of bosses in between these workers, they never have a personal relationship with the workers. But at this time, the person that's interacting more directly with the customer is going to thrive. It's going to thrive. This isn't the time to sit back. Oh, I don't mess with that computer stuff. You got to mess with the computer stuff. And if you don't, or if you're unable to do it, or if you don't have any technical skills, like I said, these things happen. It's easy to fall behind as fast as technology is advancing. So if you are, you're elderly and you haven't had a chance to, you haven't had the time to sit here and learn how Windows 10 works, or you don't know the first thing about running the stream. You don't know the first thing about going live. You don't know the first thing about Facebook. I've never been on there. This is the situation when you give me a call and I will take care of all of that for you. Okay. So I'm going to launch this website. I haven't put anything in the description, but this is solely, I made this video solely in order to go on the website. So you guys could watch this full video, and I'm going to keep uploading more content about it. So if you guys are clicked in, locked into my website, you're locked in on my Facebook, and you got a chance to see this video, you got an actual chance to see this video and get some of this free information. Thanks for taking the time to watch it, and you guys have a good rest of your day.